Dear students, this is CHAKRABORTY, Assistant Teacher English, Government SC Girls High School, Sunamgonj. Today, I have decided to discuss some board questions. You can look at the board, look at the title, Passage Narration, Dhaka Board JSC Exam 2019. That means this is actually the question of JSC Exam 2019 Dhaka Board. Though my today's class has been routined for the students, basically for the students of class 8, that means the JSC examinees, I personally think that the students of SSC examine, the students of 9 and 10 can also be benefited by my today's class. So let's go to our class. Look at the passage. If you have any practice book, then you can open the book and find out the question for your better understanding. Okay, my dear students, at first you have to read out the passage thoroughly. Let's do our first duty, that means I will first read out the passage, because you have to find out the speaker and the listener, because we are going to start passage narration. In case of passage narration, you have to follow some rules. I personally think that the JSC examinee or the students of class 9 and 10 have already the knowledge of changing a passage from direct into indirect. So I will not waste my valuable time by talking about the preliminary or fundamental rules, because these rules are very well known to you. I will just show the way of changing a passage from direct into indirect. Okay. At first, I will go through the passage. What can you see? The first line is, "What are you doing?" said he to me. Look at this. Look at this part. We all know this part is called reported speech. This is reporting verb and this part is reported speech. We all know this. So the reporting verb can be given at the very beginning of the sentence, and it also can be given after the reported speech. So here we found the reporting verb after the reported speech. No problem with that. Said he to me means he said to me. Said he to me and he said to me are all the same. So don't be confused seeing this. What are you doing? Said he to me. That means he said to me, what are you doing? This is his question to me. I said, that means I answered or I replied that I was doing my assignment. This is actually my answer. Let's go to the next part. You should play in the afternoon. Who is saying this? He is saying this to me. That means you should play in the afternoon. That means he is saying this to me. It will keep you fit. It is also his speech. That means the speaker's speech. Here he is the speaker and I am the listener. What he is speaking? You should play in the afternoon. It will keep you fit. So his speech has been finished. Now I am replying, thank you for your advice. That means this speech is mine. So this is actually the passage. Now we will try to solve this question or answer this question according to the rules of passage narration. Let's go to the solution. What are you doing? Look at the sentence, dear students. This is an interrogative sentence, and an interrogative sentence has some specific rule to change it into indirect speech. So said he to me, that means he said to me. That means he is asking me a question. In case of question, we have to write he asked me. He asked me. Instead of W's question, in case of W's question, we have to write the W's word first. That means who, what, when, where, like this. What is the W's question? So W's word, we have to write this what. Okay. He asked me what. Here it is an interrogative sentence. That is why the subject, the auxiliary verb is before the subject. But as we are making this statement, so this interrogative sentence into statement, we have to turn the interrogative sentence into a statement. So that is why we have to write the subject first. What is the subject? You. You means who? I, because he is asking me the question. So here you means I. What? I. Instead of are, we have to change it into past tense. That means instead of are, as subject is I have to write was. It can be also where, but as the subject is I, so I have to choose was. What I was doing. After are we write doing, that means the ing form of a verb. After was we have to write the ing form of a verb, that means what I was doing. What I was doing. I think this part is clear, dear students. I have solved till this part. Okay, I said, now I will reply the answer of his question. That means I said means I replied or I answered. I replied. As it is an assertive sentence, we have to add a linker that here. Okay, I replied that. Instead of I said, I wrote I replied. As it is an affirmative sentence, that means not affirmative sentence, assertive sentence. In case of assertive sentence, we have to add a linker that instead of this comma and inverted comma. I replied that I, here I will remain unchanged. I was doing, we all know instead of was we have to write had been. Had been. What had been? Doing my, ing, doing my will remain unchanged. Okay, I had been doing my assignment. Okay, assignment. Okay, we have come to this part. Now we will start the new part. That means the speaker's speech started once again. You should play in the afternoon. Who is saying this? This is the speech of the speaker. That means he is saying that you should play in the afternoon. So I have to write he said that. Why I have written that? Because this sentence is an assertive sentence. In case of assertive sentence, we have to add a linker that. This is the that. You should play. You means I, because he is saying me that I should play in the afternoon. Okay, said that I. Instead of you, I have to write I, because this you means I. He is saying me that I should play. Should instead of should, you know, should will remain unchanged. If it is will, I have to write would, but as it is should will remain unchanged. That I should. After modal we use the present form or the base form of a verb play. Should play in the afternoon will remain unchanged. In the afternoon. Okay, this part has been done or has been, I think it is clear to you. It will keep you fit. This is also his speech. That means it will keep you fit. This is actually speech spoke or told by the speaker. Okay, so it will keep you fit. That means the speaker is saying this part. This is also the speech of the speaker. That means he is saying that it will keep you fit. That means I have to write as he delivered two speech side by side. That means I have to say like this. He again said or also said. Okay, again said or also said. Okay, said that is the linker. So I will start from this part. It will remain unchanged. It, instead of will, I earlier mentioned, instead of will I have to write would. would keep, after would, that as it is a modal auxiliary, so after would we will keep the verb unchanged, that means the base form of the verb keep will remain unchanged. Keep you, you means me, you means me, keep me fit, okay, fit, okay. So this part has been done, I think it's clear. Thank you for your advice. This is actually my speech. I told that thank you for your advice, that means this line has a special use, we all know. Instead of thank you we say he thanked me or I thanked him, he thanked me, like this. Thank you for your advice, that means I thanked you means he, I thank you, this you means he, that means I thanked him, I thanked him. For your means his, him for his advice will remain unchanged. So this is actually the answer of this passage. Dear students, I think this rule or the passage or the answer is clear to you. If you find any difficulties or if you can't understand, please let me know using the comment box. I will try to solve your questions. Let's go to the next passage or next board, okay. Okay, dear students, let's go to the next question, okay. You can see that this is the question of Mymensingh board 2019 of JSC examination. Dear students, question number 5 or 12 means the students of class 9 and 10 will find this question in question number 5, and the students of JSC, that means the students of class 8 will find this question in question number 12. So as usual, will you come to my house tomorrow, I asked the boy. So this is my speech. I asked a boy, I asked the boy, that means I asked the boy will remain unchanged. As the question, as it is a question, that means an interrogative sentence and starts with an auxiliary verb. You all know in case of auxiliary verbs we have to write if, okay. In interrogative sentences we will find the auxiliary verb first and then the subject, but in assertive sentence, that means in answer, we have to write the subject first, that means will you means the boy, that means he, instead of the boy we have to write he. If he, in case of will, I earlier mentioned in the last passage, we have to write he would, okay. I asked the boy if he would. After would, we will write the base form of the verb, that means come will remain unchanged. To my house, to, I asked the boy if he would come to, my will remain unchanged because the boy will come to my house, that means to my house. Tomorrow, oh I am very sorry, in case of tomorrow we all know instead of tomorrow we have to write the following day, my house the following day, okay. This part has been shown or has been done. I asked the boy, this part, okay. We can discuss terms and conditions then. This is also the speech of mine because this is said by me. What is the fact? We can discuss terms and conditions then. So this is my speech. I added that, as I said two speeches side by side, that is why I have to write I added or I also said. I again said I also said that. Why that? Because this is actually an assertive sentence. So in case of assertive sentence, we have to add a linker that I also said that, or I also added that, I again said that, no problem, whatever you can write. We means we will remain unchanged. We can, instead of can, we have to write could. I also said that we could discuss will remain unchanged because it's a modal auxiliary verb. After modal, we have to keep the verb in its base form. That means discuss. Could discuss. Okay. Terms and condition will remain unchanged. Terms and conditions. Okay. Terms and condition then will remain unchanged also. Then no change. Okay. Then I said, that means this part has been shown or done. I shall be very happy to meet you at your house. Who said this? The boy. The boy is replying that I shall be very happy to meet you at your house. This is actually the speech of, this is actually the reply of the boy. So I have to write he replied. He replied means the boy replied. The boy replied that, the boy replied that. Why that? This is actually sorry, this is actually an assertive sentence. So I have to add the linker. I have to write the linker that I, instead of I, who is this I? This means, that means this is actually the boy. So I will write that he. Instead of shall, we will write would. Would. He would be very happy. Be very happy to meet. No change. To plus verb, that means infinitive, will remain unchanged. To meet you. You means me. He will meet me. To meet me at your house. Whose house? At my house. He will come to my house. That means at my house. Okay. Thank you so much. Who said this? The boy thanked me. That means this is actually the speech of the boy, the listener. Thank you so much. He, then the boy thanked, T-H-A-N-K-E-D, thanked me, as there is so much, so I have to write he thanked me very much. Okay, this is actually the answer of this question. Actually these are very small or very tiny passage, so it's not very difficult for the students to solve this if the students know the basic rules of changing a passage from direct speech into indirect speech. So dear students, that brings me to the end of today's class. In my next classes I will discuss the next questions. If you have any problem or if you face any problem in my today's class, please let me know using comment box. I obviously try to answer your questions in my next class. Okay, thank you so much.